All right, guys, welcome to another episode of T1D Lifestyle Sugar Me Saturday. So, today's topic was if we've trained or taught our friends, family, coworkers' job about what to do in an instance of a hypo or hyperglycemic episode that we may encounter. I would say initially, I wasn't really good at doing this. I don't really know why. I think it was more because when I was first diagnosed, it always happened at home when I was sleeping, and my mom and my brothers were usually right there to handle it. And waking up after the fact, I was just like, okay, what's the big deal? Okay, whatever. But when I got older, and then of course got married and everything, I just made sure my husband knew what to do. That was like number one. And I think my mom was a big encourager of that, because I remember my first date with my husband. My mom brought him in and asked him where we were going and what we were going to eat. And my mom literally told me to go get my insulin and said, Tommy, we're going to show you how to do her injections. So yeah, mommy kind of told me, nope, as soon as you meet the person, know the person, yes, this is what you need to teach them. Now, when I got older, I think they probably scared me. It scared me to have to tell, my job, like I was in college and everything and stuff like that. Because I got diagnosed at 17. So right before I graduated college, I got hit with this. And then went to college and everything, starting employment, all that. And I think I was just a little nervous about what to say and what not to say. So I don't think I was really good at explaining it. What pushed me out of that, I ended up working at a job where they didn't allow me to eat my snacks at my desk. And I had been really, really good at making sure I had enough snacks and things like that throughout the course of the day. So that way I'm not causing myself to enter a hypo and things like that. And I was making sure I was eating enough so I'm not entering a hyper. And working at this job, they just wouldn't let me eat anything. And they say, well, you can have anything you want to drink. And I'm like, yeah, but my body will burn through that in a heartbeat. I need something a little more substantial. And three hypos later, I realized the people at my job might want to know what the heck to do, because I got tired of waking up in the back of an EMT. So I started trying, and slowly but surely trying to teach whoever was working next to me, because we always had different schedules. So whoever was working next to me, I was like, okay, look, if you start seeing me do this and this and this is what you need to do. This is how you need to handle it. This and this and this and this. And so I started teaching them slowly but surely. Management still refused to learn. So that was my biggest handicap, when management just didn't want to take it upon themselves to learn. Luckily for me, I'm no longer there, so that's not a big deal. But I still teach everybody. My bowling league, I'm sure they know if I start acting stupid or crazy or drunk. They know, because I've never been drunk a day in my life, and they know me. They know well enough, like, okay, something's off. And I think most of the time they'll say, did anyone test her glucose levels or whatever? They know where I keep my PDM, which those of us on the Omnipod, that's how you can suspend the insulin. So that way they can work on treating you and bringing your glucose levels back up. When I have, at my new job, same thing there. I slowly but surely, I'm showing everyone what to look for, where all my supplies are and things like that. I remember I showed my former boss, my, glucagon shot, and he was like, oh my God. So it was kind of funny, but he understood. And he was like, he hoped to God he would never have to do that, because he said basically all he gonna do is call the paramedics, because he was like, he can't do that. But I now make it a huge point to showcase it, show everyone what it is, show everyone what to look for. I now make it a huge point, because there was a time where I didn't, and I ended up in very compromising situations because no one knew what to do. The plus side is, even with the EMTs who aren't always kept up to date on new medical devices for diabetics or anyone in general, they are the ones that really want to learn, and they are the ones that I love telling everything to. So usually when I come out of it, they were like, okay, so what is that? And I was like, that's my insulin pump. I said, if you see anyone with this type of insulin pump, make sure to look for their PDM, because it's really hard to get someone out of a low or a hypo if the insulin is still pumping in their system. So the best thing to do is to suspend their insulin and then take the proper protocol to bring the glucose levels back up. And then, of course, remember to unsuspend the insulin, because I forgot that and then didn't understand why my glucose levels skyrocketed, but you know, it's all a learning curve. So I do a lot now to make sure everyone that comes in contact with me, from family, friends, to just regular people I encounter, so that way they know what to do. And, you know, in these instances, you know, my life is literally on the line if they don't know how to respond properly. And as long as I'm vocal enough about it and I teach them and I show them and things like that, it makes it a lot easier for me to make it out of those circumstances. So that's what I do. Again, took me a while to get there, but eventually I got there. So what do you guys do? How do you guys go about educating and informing and keeping people informed of what to do, especially in instances of hypo or hyperglycemic episodes? So post your comments down there if you want, or message me however you want, but just let me know what you do. All right. Bye, guys.